Hey SOCOM athletes, my name is Jerome Avery and I am your track coach for SOCOM. Before we actually get started, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I run the 100 meters and the 200 meters, and I've also qualified in 2000, 2004, and 2008 at the Olympic trials. In between that time, I became a guide runner for visually impaired athletes, in which 2016, I won a gold medal as a guide runner. Today, we're going to talk about strategy of competition. Me personally, I think it's very important to bring that same energy from practice to the competition. So whatever you did that day, whether it was eating, it was how you prepare for that practice, that's the same kind of energy you need to bring into a competition. And one of the key things too, while you're at this competition, is check your environment. That is also important. Checking your environment, making sure you know where the markers are, whether it's sprints or middle distance or distance. Each one of them are obviously set up at different parts of the race and on the track. You know, the 100 meters is shorter, it's at the end of the track, and the 400 meters, it kind of sets a little bit off to the side up in front. So it all depends on what events you're doing. Make sure you know where that's at exactly. Another thing that is very important, of course, is your check-in time. Each competition you usually go into, you have different times that you have to check in. Some competition may want you to check in 20 minutes early. Some may want you to check in an hour early. So make sure you know prior to getting to your competition what time you need to check in. Let's talk about the check-in time for your races. Depending on when you check in is actually when you want to actually start warming up. So say like you have to check in 30 minutes before your race. That means you got to actually warm up an hour out just to make sure your body's loose and ready to go for the race. One of the things that I like to do is come up a little bit early, get a good warm up in so I can prepare. While you're warming up, remember you have to sit in the call room. So after you check in, they're gonna hold you for a little bit. So you wanna make sure you have that good warm up and that good base. So when you're sitting in the call room for about 15 minutes, you wanna make sure your body isn't tight. While you're in the call room, what I like to do is stand up, stretch, make sure I do some high knees, some quick feet. Those are the things that actually keeps my body flowing and keep me ready to go and prepare for a race. Let's take example. You got the 100 meters first. We'll go from the 100 meters on up to the 1500 meters. So in the 100 meters, your main focus is to get out the blocks, explode out. In the middle of the race, you want to make sure you work on that drive phase, gradually get your body up in a position, and finish the race strong. In the other videos that I have posted, you will actually see the mechanics that you actually need to be in those proper positions. All right, now let's talk about the 200 meters, which is a little bit more of a different race, a little bit longer, so your strategy has to be definitely different for that 200 meters. The first part of the race, you want to make sure for that 30 meters you come out really strong. Mind you, you're going into the curve. On the top of the curve, what you want to do is relax your body, but still stay at that same tempo and that same pace of the speed. But you don't have to work that hard as you did at the beginning of the race. As soon as you start coming off the curve, that's when you want to start building back up into that speed. The same thing you did at the beginning of the race, to actually build the momentum off the curve onto the straightaway. As you come off that straightaway, that's when you want to stay relaxed as best as you can. Your body's tired, but you still got to focus in, staying relaxed, using your arms, using your legs. The things that you were doing in the drills that I have done in the other videos. Staying relaxed. As soon as you get in, what you're going to be doing is going to your arms, bringing it in the best as you can for the last part of that race. So in the 400 meters, your focus is going to be a little bit longer for sure. Same thing as you did in the 200 meters. You want to get out. As soon as you come off the curve, make sure your body is relaxed. As soon as you hit the straightaway on the back end of the stretch of the 400 meters, that's when you want to make sure you're up tall, keeping your body relaxed. And as soon as you come off the curve, go back into that nice, easy motion. And what you're doing again, like you did in the 200 meters, as soon as you come off that last bit of the curve, get aggressive again. This is the last little bit of the race. You got to hit it hard. You got to stay relaxed, but hit it hard at the same time. That basically means, once again, go to your arm action. The last 50 meters, you're giving it all you got. Using your arms, keeping your bodies up tall, and bringing it on in. Remember, the 800 and the 1500 is a different beast. Definitely a strategic race, and it's all about pacing yourself. And it all depends on how well you want to go and how well you want to get out and how fast you want to run it. One thing that I definitely failed to mention is hydration. We all know how important hydration is while you're at these competitions. Whether it's cold or it's hot, it's important to be hydrated. With all the events that you're possibly going to be doing, you want to make sure that you got that energy in you. So make sure you hydrate. After you run in each event, you also got to remember, don't just run and stop and go and relax and chill. Cool down. That's also good for your blood. Make sure your body is flowing, so make sure you cool down. It doesn't have to be that whole routine you did to warm up, just something light. So you can either go through a nice jog, a nice easy stretch to make sure your muscles are good to go for your next competition if you have another competition shortly after that. So remember how important the cool down is to the warm up that you actually built before the race. Even as an athlete, I definitely think it's very important to watch film, whether it's on yourself or going on YouTube to find somebody to do the similar events that you do. It also is a great indicator to see exactly what you need to do in that event and what's best to prepare for that event. Let's say, for example, you're doing a distance runner. Type in an 800-meter runner, type in a 1,500-meter runner. If you're a short distance, type in from the 100 meters to the 400-meter runner. And that will actually really show you exactly what you need to do in a race. I'm always here for you too as well if you need some feedback on your running technique. So let's go over a quick recap. Remember, when you get to a competition, check your environment, and what got you there will keep you there. That same energy you brought for practice, you got to bring to the competition. You got to make sure you're ready to go. So when you're doing those drills, which I demonstrated in some of these videos that were posted, bring that same energy and that same intensity. Also, check your time. Make sure you know what time you're supposed to be there to check in for the competition. Because if you don't check in on time at some of these competitions, they'll scratch you. And that's the last thing we want you guys to do, is not compete in the competition. Make sure you know exactly that pace you need to be in if you're running in a longer race. As for you sprinters, you just go for it. Hit it all the way, full throttle. Remember, that cool down is very important, even after your competition and all the races are done. Do a nice easy cool down and have a good day.